Glad to have you with us from Huntington Bank Stadium. Your college football Saturday continues with a great showdown here on EA Sports. It's the Florida Atlantic Owls and the Minnesota Golden Gophers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
The Golden Gophers have one of the most unique on-campus stadiums in college sports. Formerly playing in the Vikings home field, now back on campus, Huntington Bank Stadium has brought that college spirit back to Minnesota. Guys?
Appreciate that, Holly. And the Golden Gophers headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. Running inside, it's Tillman. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Guys, let's talk about Florida Atlantic. Great pickup on the defensive front. Three-star defensive lineman gives a verbal commitment last week, and you really need to bring good talent into the program. Maybe diamonds in the rough. At this level, that's how they thrive.
Oh, there's no doubt. And just some of these guys, they're not as refined, but they've got the tools, right? And so I think he's got the tools, and this is a guy that you can build around that defensive line. You need all the big bodies you can get.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
And this offense coming out slow, man, kind of frustrating because you had that bye week last week. What do? You go back and self-scout, look at yourself. What can I do better? And then you come out in the first quarter and you're not playing great out the gates. They got to find themselves in a little rhythm, knock off some of that bye week rust.
It'll go out of bounds, and we'll see where they mark it. It's going to be right around the 35. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Coleman. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
To the air, it's Coleman Hope. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. The Golden Gophers want to move quickly. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down.
And the offense gets pretty lucky there. 3rd down in your own end. You're throwing to try to get the first. That ball just a little bit late, and as a result, they're lucky that wasn't a pick six.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. They're throwing for it on 4th down. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
They'll send the back in motion. Running it. Could be an alley. Got enough for the first. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. Oh, he's got some space. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
Hey, coaches talk about it all the time, man. We want to run the football, get in manageable third down situations. Well, you don't have to worry about that. If you can just hand it to this guy and he gets you a first down and he gets you another first down, the ground game is really working. This offense has got it flowing.
They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is the top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
Second down, they'll go to the air, using the quick game. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic.
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
The Golden Gophers will start this drive. The offense looks ready to roll. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sidelines.
Caught, and he's got room. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. Here comes the heat. And it's a sack.
And I think when you got that kind of wheels and you got that kind of speed at the quarterback spot, you can get at anything. And a lot of times he makes big plays. Nice job by the defense, not giving up, keep chasing, and they get the huge sack on that play.
And the Golden Gophers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Over the middle, it's Smith. Tackled there by the defense.
QBs, when they see these zone coverages, man, some of them panic. Some of them throw it too quickly and can make bad decisions. I like how he waited a little bit, waited for the right window, the right opportunity. There's always going to be holes in zones. I just got to be a little bit patient.
Got his man. Finds a crease at the 20. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota! If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Gonna run it. It's Tillman. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Unloads quickly. Bounced off his feet.
really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Missed receiver there, it's incomplete.
Well, the defense is waking up now, right? The first drive, they allowed a touchdown. They were a bit scrambled. They kind of all got together, rallied on the sideline. They've been pretty lights out since. Forced a punt on the last possession. They've now got the offense set up in 4th down again. Great job there. Pass defense, 3rd down. This defense now starting to put it together.
I'm literally walking over to that guy. My man, thank you so much for saving my rump. That could have been really, really bad. I could have been benched, but you got my back. Appreciate you, my man.
They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Looking to throw, it's Coleman Hope. Takes a hit as he fires. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
Well, the defense has been able to get after this guy early and often in this game, and it's affecting his accuracy, and it's affecting this offense's ability to throw the football consistently.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Quarterback making adjustments. 2nd down, he'll throw it. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Finds enough room to get it up to the 44 before he's knocked out of bounds.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the 2nd quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. They're working that left side. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. That's reeled in. It's Johnson. He's guided out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Run in the red zone, it's Coleman. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. The Golden Gophers want to pick up the tempo. Got it back on 2nd and goal. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! And they take it in for 6 more points. On to attempt the try.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Release to the back. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw your primary target like he was on that last one.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Got his man to the left. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
Caught behind the line. It's Tillman. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. That play looked as if it had a chance to be productive, but the open field tackle stopped it.
And it's tough to get a running back one-on-one on the ground in the open field. You want guys swarming to the football to try to make that play, but understand that guy's a weapon. Good job by the defense seeing it, breaking on the football, getting him on the ground.
Another off throw from this quarterback, and they knew coming into the game that they were going to have success. They had to be efficient throwing the football, and they have not been that so far. Whether it's been pass pro, bad routes, bad throws, they're not getting it done right now through the air.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
You got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Punt is on its way. Their field, this one in tight quarters. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarmed him under for no gain. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. On the run, it's Coleman. Give him 9 on that one. Sets up a 2nd and 1.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves. And they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator because on 1st down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
Got a wide open receiver. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. And the Golden Gophers will hustle to the line. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. The Golden Gophers will line it up on 1st and 10. Handoff to Joyner. Makes it past the marker. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
And this offense, right, they are in a groove. They are in a rhythm, just finding themselves play after play. Everything they're dialing up right now is working. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm not changing a thing. I'm going to continue to do what I'm doing because this defense has had 0 answers.
Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs later in football.
Maybe some room here. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Minnesota! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And That's a big problem for this defense. When you get that guy in space, it's hard to catch him. You got to bottle him up near the line of scrimmage. Palmer, too much daylight too early in that run.
Yeah, you're right, David. And I think that's what makes this guy unique. With his skill sets, you just know it's a matter of time. You just keep giving him the football. Good things are going to happen. Long touchdowns are going to happen. And you saw it right there.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. On the run, it's Tillman. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. And just left that pass short. Juice on that one.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Fakes to grab. Plows through the defense. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Fires to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Using his feet. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. Finds his tight end. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And the Owls go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Wants to throw on 1st down. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll run play action. It's intercepted. All kinds of room to the right. 10. Touchdown, Golden Gophers. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6. No midseason concentration lapse here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Corner's going to give them room. Got a little space. And he's taken down after a short gain, and that'll do it for us here in the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. We start with a look at UCLA in their matchup against the number 2 team, the Michigan Wolverines. And it's the Bruins, able to pull off the upset by just a score. Going to be fun to see how this changes up the rankings. And it moves their mark to 6-1 as they continue to play awfully well here in the season's first half.
Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. Escapes the pressure to his right. Trying to make magic on the scramble.
Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
And that's really a lot of what we saw in the first half by this defense. We knew coming into the football game, man, this guy's got dynamite. Like, he's got the explosive ability to make plays, throwing the football and running. And kudos to this defense. They've been dialed in, locked in, not giving up the big plays on the ground, understanding he's a threat, and playing him like that.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Joyner again. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Out of the gun, here's Quentin Joyner. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. And the Golden Gophers are in the hurry-up. On 3rd down, here's Quentin Joyner. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. The Golden Gophers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Making side adjustments here. Back to throw, it's Croman Hope. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Man, a quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Looking to throw on 3rd. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. Motion from the wideout. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Here's the pressure, and down he goes.
I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting in those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. Incomplete, and man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception. Florida Atlantic will have to send out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And they'll down this just inside the 35-yard line. Minnesota's offense takes the field to get this drive underway. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The offense changing the play. To throw, it's Croman Hope. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Out of the backfield, he's open. At the 45, on his way. Off to the races to the right. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Minnesota!
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. On the ground, it's Tillman. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Got a man in the middle. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. 14. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Gets the back moving. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but the defense, they've risen to the occasion. They're front 7.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Man, I've been there before as a quarterback. Sometimes you just wish the game would already be over, right? You've had nothing go your way all game long. You're trailing late. They're still getting sacks. And you just want to go back to the locker room. You want to get in the ice tub and start healing for next week.
Oh, he can't hang on. Almost had the interception, and this guy makes so many big plays but couldn't come up with that one. It'll be fourth down. Florida Atlantic will send the punt unit onto the field. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. The Golden Gophers will start this drive. The offense looks ready to roll. They'll start on the ground with Quentin Joyner. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's Quentin one more time. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
To the air, it's Croman Hope. Fires to the big fella. Breaks into the open. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. And the Golden Gophers have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback making checks. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time and you get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
To the air on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
This reminds me of the guy I used to play for in college down in Gainesville, the head ball coach. He used to like to do this. He would have big leads in the 4th quarter. He was still letting his QBs throw it deep down the field.
On 3rd down, here's Quentin Joyner. Let's see exactly where they mark this, but it looks as if they're going to be a few inches short of the 1st down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of 1st downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
The Gophers will take their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Joyner again. Might have a chance. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
How about that 4th down? I'm going for it because I'm ending this game with my offense on the field, getting the 1st down, and now, Palmer, just watching it go tick, tick, tick.
Yep. Listen, it's just imposing your will, right? You know you're running it. The opponent knows you're running it there on 4th down. There's just nothing they can do to stop it.
Here's a give to Joyner. Makes his man miss. Turning it on. Headed to the end zone. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. The Golden Gophers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They'll run it. It's Joyner. He is denied, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Running back looking for the end zone to the left. And they're going to score again, yet another touchdown as they just add their total. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Oh, do you just hate to see it? Blew the extra point. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge.
Number 42, set to advance on the football.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Looking for room. It's Tillman. There he goes.